How do I convert my lenders into passive investors? This is a question that all early stage people come up with. It ultimately, most of these people are doing their deals by raising money from hard money lenders, private money lenders, all different kinds of people. And they want to know if they set up a syndication or a fund, are they going to be able to tap the same people that have been giving them money for the next deal? The answer is sometimes. Frequently, I think a pretty good number of people will come along if you have a good experience. But here's kind of how this works. A hard money lender is a professional or semi-professional person that's in the process of passing out money all the time, backed by equity, not necessarily backed by credit. And they're looking for certain kinds of requirements and loan-to-value ratios, etc. These people, much more difficult to get them to come into your deal, although a lot of them know that if they've been working with you for a long time, eventually you're going to wake up one day and say, I am pretty good at what I do. I'm pretty good at my craft. I really deserve to get a bigger slice of the profit. Because early on, these people take the majority of all the money out of the deal from interest rates, points, and other kinds of things. So they know that the day is coming when you're going to wake up and you're going to say, I'm good at what I do. I deserve a bigger slice of the pie, and you go and reorganize yourself. So for some of these people, these hard money lenders, it's going to be worth it for them to ride along with you because you're on an equity position. Let's say you're going to produce something like 8, 10, 12, 13, 14% a year. That's not that far away from what they're doing now. It's not secured the same way that they like it, but they know that you're making money and you're being consistent, because they've got a track record with you and they've been watching you for a long time. So there's a very good chance that some of those people will come along. Even easier are probably the private money lenders. The private money lenders are frequently people that have an IRA account or some other kind of savings account that they just invest with you and they back you in your projects. These are not people who are professionals. They're people that just want to make a good return on some liquid cash that they have laying around. And you create a relationship with them and you just make it happen. They're not necessarily as picky as the hard money lenders. They may not have all the same criteria in place, points and all the other things. They're not set up professionally, but frequently their money gets secured and they are in a position of a lender. So for these people, same thing. You're going to say to them, hey, listen, I've kind of outgrown this relationship. I need a little bit more flexibility. With the private money lenders, the issue is not going to be so much the cost of the capital, because their cost is probably not onerous the way that a hard money lender might be. Instead, what might be a problem is that you just need to put more people into a pool instead of relying on 1 or 2 people for all of your capital. Because having 1 or 2 people for your capital, you end up in a compromised situation. You end up possibly where they have to say no because they're tapped out, they're on vacation, they're unavailable, they have some other issue, they don't like your deal. Whatever the situation is, they might say no to one of your transactions, and that ends up coming out of your hide. So you don't want to have a situation where somebody can say no to you. So for all those reasons, you set up a syndication or a fund where you control the capital and you invite those people in. And my guess is the same as with the hard money lenders. If you've been doing a good job, if the track record is right, then these people are much more likely to be able to say, hey, you know what? We've had a good experience together so far. I'd like to continue doing some private money deals, but at the same time, I'll give you a little bit into your equity arrangement. By the way, the fact that they give you equity in your fund or in your arrangement doesn't mean that they still cannot be a lender for some of your projects, because your fund can borrow money. So let's say that your fund makes a 20 or 30% down payment on a property. You might go get the other 50, 60, 70% from one of your old private money lenders instead of going to a bank. So just because you've set up a syndication or a fund doesn't mean that everything in your world is going to change. You need to adapt, adjust. You need to understand the way that these things work. And the better you understand it, the more likely you are to be successful with it. So I would say that getting these people to invest is not only a good idea, but it's an imperative place to start, because it's what's going to skyrocket you and launch you into this new world of syndications and funds. So go contact those people, talk to them. This is a great business, so go out and stake your claim.